never get free. Lamb to the slaughter, what you gon' do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed is your son and your daughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? Look me in my eyes.
Hey guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is sorry about that. Out of breath a little bit. This is What If Deku was a sorcerer, part 4. I think it's part 4. As we left off, where he was having, a pleasant conversation with those murderous warlocks. As Izuku smiles, he's like, me surrender? That's unlikely. As suddenly, Izuku unleashes a lightning ball. As it spreads, as all the warlocks jump back, as they plant a crystal into the ground, as Izuku's like, what? Sorry. Izuku's like, what are you planning? As they're smiling, he's like, nothing really. As suddenly Izuku feels his power draining, as he's like, what the hell is this? It's simple. You see, you sorcerers are all so stuck up. You see, compared to our magic's a little different. Our magic runs on a different wavelength. But yours, with these crystals, as he tossed them all over the place, let's just say, you're like a helpless little baby. You're like a helpless little baby bird at this point. As he's trying to, it's blocking out his magic. As Izuku, frowns. Magic barriers. Magic nullifying crystals. Exactly, Izuku. Midoriya. As we cut to Kikyo at the Midoriya residence, as she's going through Izuku stuff. As Inko's like, Kikyo, what are you doing? I'm just doing some background before I leave. I wanted to make sure, I know where he's going. So she's looking through his books. As she sees lots of, magic journals. As, she's looking through them. She's like, Miss Midoriya, have you seen these? Have you seen these? She's like, no, I normally don't go through, Izuku stuff. Look at these. These are quite impressive. As she hands them, she's like, these are. He found a way to shorten spells. Remarkable, actually. Well, Izuku was always the smart one. Izuku was always smart. He gets that for me. As she's like, all right, I think I got what I want. I just wanted to check on, how I'm going to pursue him to come back. I don't want to drag him back, but I think I'm going to have to. As yeah, just remember, my boy is quite stubborn. As she gets ready, as she opens the portal, as she closes her eyes and sense, his magic signature, and she's like, smart. Cut, seal most of your magic off so I couldn't find you, but that's not going to work. As she sees a little girl playing, it's the same little girl Izuku, saved. As she, hello little one. As she smiles, oh, hello lady. Have you seen a boy around here? As she gives, Izuku's, description that has, a bird on his shoulder. Oh yeah, he helped me. Like, she explains what happened, and, she smiles. That does sound like Izuku. He was really nice. As you're like, all right, why don't you go, play? Where are you, Izuku? As we cut to Izuku, as he's being bodied as several magic attacks are being thrown at him, as he's only able to throw, a ward up. As he's like, huh, you're quite impressive. Even though we have, neutralize your magic, you still have enough to put up wards. But that's not going to last forever, kid. As Dusk, what are we gonna do? We're outmatched, Master. I didn't realize they were gonna do something like this. They've done their homework. As they break through the barrier, as one Warlock grabs him, throws him away from the house, as they unleash, they bind him up in chains, like rope, magical rope that they conjure up with sticks. As he's like, this is not good. As Izuku, I don't have a choice. As he starts chanting, as Dusk, like, do it, Dusk. As Dusk pierces Izuku's hand in the back, as it keeps pecking on blood, as start of blood spikes peel out of the ground, cutting the rope, and all the warlocks are shocked. As the warlock's like, what the hell was that? As that was straight up blood magic. As he's like, as Izuku gets it off him, as he takes a knife, stabs his hand, cuts his hand, as drops starts to fall, as he starts chanting, as the head warlock in the group, blood magic, everyone separate now. As suddenly several thin like needles start spraying everywhere, piercing a lot of the warlocks, as he starts summoning demons. As he's keeping under control, but if he's not careful, the demons can overtake him and destroy him. So it's a double-edged sword. So he's like, Master, what shall I ooh, Master, what's the orders? As he's kill them. As they rush him, as they begin slicing up, as he's losing a bit of consciousness, because he's fading out a little bit, because he's losing a lot of blood. As suddenly, we cut back to Kikyo, as she's searching, as she's like, found it, very very faint, but that's where my betrothed is. As she rushes over there, as she sees Izuku summoning demons, as her familiar Lily told her to stop. Master, what is it? I don't have time for this. What is it, Lily? As there's do you sense it? Sense what's on the battleground? As she sensed the canceling magic, like a nullifying crystals for her magic. They just Warlock's magic is on a different wavelength when it comes to magic ability, so it doesn't affect them. So she's like, those dirty Warlocks. I'm getting kind of upset. As, she's seizing the demons, and she's like, damn it, I need to stop this fast. I didn't realize Izuku was that crazy to use blood magic of all things. As Izuku's kind of losing control a little bit. As he's forming, the blood start going over his hands. As the blood forming into claws. As he rushes through, slicing them. As he's kind of going a little berserk. As Dusk senses another familiar. As Dusk goes, it flies right into a tree. As it sinks into the tree, it's like a portal that opens up. As it, opens back up right next to Lilith. Not Lilith, sorry, Kikyo. As she's like, hello, it's been a while, Lady Kikyo. As she's like, you are Izuku's familiar, what's going on? As she explains the situation, she's like, damn it. I gotta make this fast. Yes, Master is losing control. If we don't stop this, the demons will take over his body. And there won't be no stopping him then. And she's like, very well. You know what to do. Lilith. Not Lilith, I'm Lily. As Lily, goes into underneath the ground. As she uses, a fire ability, like a fire spell, to go into the ground as she, jumps down the hole. As she's using fire ability to cut through all those things as she's destroying the crystals one by one. As she's like, so, Dusk, any suggestions? Because this is new territory for me, even for me. And she's like, Master kind of remembers you a little bit. He might listen. Or he might attack you on instinct. And she's like, great. Didn't want to meet, my betrothed this way, but it can't be helped. As that happens, suddenly there's a huge amount of fireball coming at the group of warlocks as they all get vaporized. At the warlock, damn it, a Lionheart. And she's like, how dare you attack my betrothed? You're dead. As she starts throwing miniature lightning balls that scatters everywhere as they're all being fried. As they're like, it's like Dylan's Midori is one thing, but Dylan's a Lionheart. Let's retreat for now. As they all portal back, as Izuku, as she starts destroying all the demon that Izuku summons. They're not shadowed like demons like Inko summon, but they're demons, from another, what is it called? Dimension. As all the demons get destroyed, as Izuku, goes in to swipe at, Kikyo. As she puts a ward up. And she's like, calm down, Izuku. As they begin fighting, as she begins throwing, low tier spells at him, as it's hitting him, he doesn't even bother using, a ward. He says, in berserk mode right now. as they keep fighting, as they both hit each other, as his locket flies up in the air, as the locket opens, as Izuku gets flashes of how he the encounter with Kikyo from the first time, as Izuku comes back to his senses, as the blood starts, as the blood claws unform, as Izuku falls down to the ground, as Kiki's like, I need to hurry, as she begins healing him, as Dusk, where has Izuku been staying? As Dusk tells her the house over there. She's like, all right, as she picks him up and puts him in the house, as she's like, there's nothing here, as Dusk did something, as she put pecked her beak on the ground, as what the house really looks like shows up. As she's like, yeah, Izuku kind of put a ward up for uninvited people, regular humans. As she's like, huh, yeah, his mother always mentioned that he was always a smart one. He was very clever. As she's like, we need to get a rag, as they're wiping a lot of blood off Izuku. All that stuff happens. As Dust's like, what's going on back at home? As she's like, huh, you're very talkative for a familiar. And it's like, yes, Master doesn't believe in subjugating his familiars. He likes to have the familiars have an open dialogue. I noticed because you're not wearing a binding collar. Most sorcerers bind their familiars just in case they betray him. Izuku doesn't like that using force. As she's smiling a bit as she slowly checking over Izuku as his wounds are healing very nicely. It's like, it's going to be a couple days before he wakes up. After his magic he's been quite busy recently. I heard you kind of rescued a little girl. She's like, yeah, that was quite surprising. And some of the memories were Lady Inko locked up, sealed. Kind of, for what's the word to call it? Cracked a little bit. Don't be mad at Master for not remembering you when he gets up. He fairly remembers the encounter. She's like, don't worry, I don't think it's his fault. With everything on the house, as she explains what the Warlock's attack? We should head back immediately. It's like I would take him back, but he's not really stable in his condition, and he would be kind of upset. Yeah, Master doesn't like to be controlled. And she's like, what am I going to do with him? I just want him back so we could, spend some time together before the whole wedding, the whole arrangement gets to that point. As she spends a couple days there looking around as she sees all Izuku's work. He's been working on spells and counters against the warlocks and witches, just in case, and his spells to take out his father, just in case. And she's quite impressed with this. She's like, huh. I always knew the Midori family were smart, but this is way beyond even his parents. As you know, Dusk is like, yeah, Master was always love, Masters always love making new spells. And magic in general. He finds it challenging. Not so much for being around people, but he does, he's a bit of an animal lover. So, all that. As, Kikyo, pets, Dusk. As, Lily. I think I named it Lily. I'm not totally sure. I think it is. She's laying on, she's laying on the ground. That's relaxing. A lion, they mostly sleep half the time. Like, lions in general, female and lions and lionesses usually sleep around a lot, so unless when they're hunting. But enough about me doing Animal Planet. But so we're gonna probably stop it there. Yeah, we're gonna stop it here. It's at 20 minutes. Then I have another what if to do. So hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones. All right, bye.